Today, I want to bring your attention to a silent habit many people over 60 unknowingly follow in the shower, one that accelerates dryness, irritation, and visible aging of the skin. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, more delicate, and less capable of holding moisture. That is why understanding this habit and correcting it can dramatically improve skin health and appearance. The habit is simple but harmful, showering with hot water every single day. While it may feel comforting, it strips the skin of its natural oils, damages the moisture barrier, and triggers inflammation that makes the skin appear older overnight. To protect your skin and support healthy aging. Here are the 6 key points I want every senior to remember as we age. Our skin naturally loses moisture, elasticity, and the protective oils that keep it supple. After 60, this change becomes even more noticeable because the body produces fewer lipids, collagen levels decline, and the skin's ability to retain hydration weakens. When hot water is introduced into this already delicate environment, the loss of natural oils happens at a much faster rate, leaving the skin vulnerable to dryness, cracks, and premature aging. Many people over 60 enjoy long hot showers because they soothe the muscles and provide temporary comfort, but the skin pays a hidden price every single time. The high temperature of the water dissolves and washes away the thin layer of oil called sebum that acts as a natural moisturizer and barrier. Once this barrier is weakened, the skin struggles to hold onto essential moisture, which leads to tightness, rough texture, and increased sensitivity. This dryness doesn't just make the skin feel uncomfortable, it accelerates visible signs of aging. Fine lines begin to deepen because the skin no longer has the flexibility it once had. Areas like the face, hands, legs, and arms lose their smoothness faster because they cannot replenish oils as quickly as younger skin can. Hot water also causes tiny inflammation responses in the skin, which may not be painful, but over time contribute to a dull and tired appearance. Seniors may notice that their skin looks older, thinner, and more fragile right after a hot shower. That is the direct effect of oil loss. On saying these oils are stripped away, the skin requires extra effort to restore balance. Moisturizers work better when natural oils are still present, but when hot water removes them, the skin is left exposed and unable to lock in hydration effectively, no matter how much lotion is applied afterward. This leads many older adults to feel like their skin is constantly dry no matter what products they use. The real cause isn't the moisturizer. It's the shower temperature breaking down the skin's first line of defense. By understanding how hot water accelerates the loss of natural oils, seniors can make simple but powerful adjustments to protect their skin. Switching to lukewarm water, shortening shower time, and moisturizing immediately afterward can help maintain the skin's natural barrier, reduce dryness, and keep the skin looking healthier and more youthful. As the skin ages, especially after the age of 60, one of the most important protective systems begins to decline. The moisture barrier. This barrier is made up of natural oils, fatty acids, and lipids that work together to keep hydration locked inside the skin and harmful irritants out. When this barrier is strong, the skin stays smooth, plump, and resilient. But when it becomes weak, the skin loses water rapidly, becomes fragile, and collapses into lines and wrinkles far more quickly. Hot showers, harsh soaps, and age-related changes all contribute to breaking down this essential barrier, and the effects often show up faster than most people realize. The moisture barrier acts like a shield. Think of it as the skin's outer wall, keeping everything balanced. After 60, this wall naturally becomes thinner because the body produces fewer ceramides and natural oils. Once this protective layer is compromised, even everyday factors like air conditioning, cold weather, or a fan running at night can pull moisture out of the skin. When the skin loses hydration, the underlying structure becomes deflated. Wrinkles that were once faint become deeper, fine lines become more visible, and areas like around the eyes and mouth start to show signs of aging more dramatically. A weakened barrier also means the skin becomes more reactive. Products that were once gentle may suddenly feel irritating or cause redness. This irritation further accelerates the aging process because inflammation breaks down collagen over time. Collagen is the protein responsible for keeping skin firm and lifted. When it diminishes, the skin loses its strength and starts to sag. This is why many seniors notice that their skin feels thinner, more delicate, and less able to bounce back. Even normal facial expressions may form deeper creases because the skin cannot retain the moisture required to stay plump. Another important part of this process is something called transepidermal water loss. the slow, continuous escape of water from inside the skin. When the moisture barrier is damaged, this water loss speeds up, taking hydration with it and leaving the skin increasingly dehydrated. Dehydrated skin folds more easily, wrinkles faster, and feels rough instead of smooth. Even when moisturizers are applied, the effects don't last because the barrier is too weak to hold on to the hydration provided. By understanding how vital the moisture barrier is, seniors can take steps to protect it. Avoiding hot water, using gentle cleansers, choosing moisturizers rich in ceramides, and applying them consistently can help strengthen this barrier and slow the progression of wrinkles, allowing the skin to maintain a healthier, smoother, and more youthful appearance. As the skin ages, one of the most common and underestimated issues seniors face is chronic dryness, a slow but powerful process that accelerates visible aging. Dryness is not just a surface-level problem, it affects the deeper layers of the skin where elasticity, firmness, and moisture retention are controlled. After the age of 60, the body naturally produces fewer oils, the skin's texture becomes thinner, and its ability to hold moisture weakens. When dryness becomes constant, the skin loses its natural glow, becomes rough to the touch, and begins to show wrinkles more prominently. What makes chronic dryness particularly damaging is how quickly it shows up, often making the skin look noticeably older after just one night. During the day, the skin is exposed to environmental stressors like sunlight, wind, and low humidity. At night, the skin works to repair itself, but when it lacks moisture, this repair process becomes incomplete. A dry skin surface becomes tight, almost like a stretched film, and this tension deepens existing lines while creating new fine creases. Seniors often wake up noticing that their skin looks duller and more lined than it did the previous day. This is because the skin lost even more hydration overnight and wasn't able to recover. Chronic dryness repeatedly triggers this overnight aging effect, making the skin look older with each passing week. Another challenge is that dry skin loses its protective cushion. Healthy, hydrated skin has volume and softness, which help conceal minor lines. When dryness takes over, the cushion deflates, causing the skin to sink into wrinkles and lose smoothness. Areas like the cheeks, under the eyes, and around the mouth show this the fastest. These areas are already delicate, and when deprived of moisture, they become even more prone to collapsing into visible aging signs. Seniors may also experience flaking, irritation, and a constant feeling of tightness, which further signals that the skin's hydration levels are dangerously low. Chronic dryness also weakens the skin's barrier, allowing hydration to escape even faster. This creates a cycle where the skin struggles to hold water, making regular moisturizers seem ineffective. Without enough moisture, the skin becomes more vulnerable to damage, inflammation, and environmental stress. Using harsh soaps, long hot showers, or skipping moisturization at night all contribute to this dehydration cycle. Over time, dryness becomes the leading factor behind the sudden, overnight aged appearance that many people notice but can't explain. Understanding the impact of chronic dryness allows seniors to make simple changes that can transform the skin. Consistent hydration, gentle cleansing, and protective routines help restore softness and reduce the rapid overnight aging caused by ongoing moisture loss. As the skin ages, especially after the age of 60, it becomes more sensitive to temperature changes, and one of the most effective yet overlooked ways to protect it is simply by adjusting shower water from hot to warm. Warm water may seem like a small change, but it plays a powerful role in supporting the skin's natural barrier, maintaining essential moisture, and preventing the rapid breakdown of oils that keep the skin soft and youthful. Hot water can feel relaxing, especially for stiff joints or tired muscles, but the damage it causes to aging skin happens quietly and continuously. Warm water, on the other hand, strikes the perfect balance. It cleanses effectively without stripping the skin of the vital oils and hydration it needs to stay healthy. When hot water hits the surface of the skin, it expands the pores and dissolves the natural oils much faster than the skin can replenish them. This leads to dryness, irritation, and tightness immediately after bathing. Warm water avoids this harsh reaction because it keeps the pores calm while still washing away dirt and sweat. For seniors whose skin already produces fewer natural oils, this difference is extremely important. Using warm water allows the skin to keep more of its protective lipids, helping maintain the smoothness, flexibility, and resilience that give the skin a youthful appearance. Another benefit of warm water is that it prevents the inflammation response commonly triggered by heat. Hot showers increase blood flow to the surface of the skin, which may appear as temporary redness, but in reality contributes to long-term inflammation. This inflammation slowly breaks down collagen, the protein responsible for firmness and structure. When collagen weakens, wrinkles become deeper, the skin begins to sag, and the overall texture becomes rougher. Warm water avoids this stress on the skin, allowing it to remain calmer and better able to retain its natural firmness. Warm water also helps the skin absorb moisturizer more effectively. After a hot shower, the skin may feel extremely dry, causing moisturizers to sit on top rather than soaking in properly. Warm water keeps the outer layer of the skin balanced, allowing lotions and creams to penetrate deeper and lock in hydration for longer hours. This is especially important at night, when the skin's recovery process is at its peak. Seniors who switch to warm showers often notice that their skin remains softer throughout the day, fine lines look less pronounced, and the uncomfortable tight feeling after bathing disappears. Choosing warm over hot water is a simple and powerful habit that supports hydration, protects the delicate skin barrier, and slows down the visible signs of aging, allowing the skin to stay healthier, smoother, and naturally youthful. As the body ages, one of the most important structural proteins that begins to decline is collagen, the element responsible for firmness, elasticity, and the smooth appearance of the skin. After 60, the natural production of collagen slows significantly, making the skin more vulnerable to sagging, wrinkles, and a rougher texture. One habit that quietly accelerates this decline is taking long showers, especially when the water is hot. Most seniors enjoy long showers for comfort or relaxation, but extended exposure to water disrupts the skin's natural oils, weakens the outer barrier, and leads to the breakdown of collagen over time. The skin loses the strength and lift that once kept it looking firm, and this weakening often becomes more visible with each passing year. When showers stretch beyond 10 minutes, the skin becomes oversaturated and starts losing essential lipids. These lipids serve as protective glue, keeping the skin firm and preventing unnecessary damage. Without them, the deeper layers of the skin are exposed to stress, making collagen fibers more brittle and likely to break down. Seniors may not feel this happening instantly, but the cumulative effect shows up slowly as deeper wrinkles around the eyes, sagging near the jawline, and more pronounced lines on the neck and chest. Long showers repeatedly wash away the very oils that protect these delicate collagen structures, allowing aging signs to form faster. Another aspect of long showers is the way water temperature and duration combine to cause inflammation. Even mildly warm water, when used for an extended period, increases blood flow to the skin's surface. This may feel soothing, but repeated inflammation gradually destroys collagen. It acts almost like silent erosion, weakening the fibers that keep the skin youthful. Shorter showers help to control this inflammatory response, reduce stress on the skin, and allow collagen to last longer. Seniors who make this adjustment often notice that their skin becomes less irritated, less blotchy, and more even in tone. Prolonged showers also strip the skin of moisture, leading to dehydration. Dehydrated skin collapses into fine lines more easily because it lacks the plumpness needed to support smoothness. This collapse exaggerates wrinkles already present and creates new ones faster. Shorter showers allow the skin to maintain hydration levels more effectively and ensure that moisturizers applied afterward can work properly, instead of trying to compensate for excessive dryness. By reducing shower time, the skin retains more of its natural oils, minimizes inflammation, and protects the collagen network that gives it structure. This small daily adjustment helps preserve firmness, maintain elasticity, and slow down the visible aging process, making the skin look healthier and more vibrant naturally. As skin ages, especially after 60, it becomes increasingly difficult for it to hold onto moisture on its own, which makes immediate moisturization after a shower one of the most powerful anti-aging habits a senior can adopt. When the skin is still damp, its surface is soft, open, and more receptive to hydration. This moment creates a narrow window where moisturizers can penetrate deeper, lock in water, and reinforce the natural barrier that protects the skin throughout the day. If this step is delayed, even by a few minutes, the skin begins to lose water rapidly, becoming dry, tight, and more vulnerable to fine lines and irritation. The act of applying moisturizer right after stepping out of the shower is not just a routine, it is a targeted method to prevent dehydration and support healthier, smoother, and more youthful skin. During a shower, warm water loosens the skin's outer layer, making it easier for moisture to evaporate as soon as the skin is exposed to air. This evaporation happens quickly, especially in seniors whose moisture barrier is already thinner and weaker. Applying moisturizer immediately traps the remaining water molecules on the skin's surface and pulls them into the deeper layers. This process helps the skin stay plumper and reduces the appearance of wrinkles that tend to deepen when the skin is dry. Seniors often notice that moisturizers applied on dry skin feel ineffective, but when applied on damp skin, they absorb beautifully and keep the skin soft for much longer. Immediate moisturization also strengthens the skin's barrier. With age, this barrier weakens and becomes less capable of defending the skin from environmental stressors. Moisturizers rich in ceramides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or natural oils help rebuild this barrier, sealing gaps that allow water to escape. When this barrier is reinforced regularly, the skin becomes more resilient, less irritated, and better protected from dryness that accelerates aging. This daily reinforcement can dramatically improve the texture of areas like the legs, arms, neck, and face, which often show signs of dryness. First, another important benefit is that moisturization prevents the cycle of chronic dryness that contributes to overnight aging. When the skin is hydrated before bed, it has the support it needs to repair itself properly. Moisturized skin stays flexible, smoother, and more radiant, reducing the creasing and tightness many seniors wake up with. By making moisturization the first step after every shower, hydration is sealed in. The skin stays nourished, and visible aging slows down naturally through consistent care. If you are over 60, your skin needs gentler care, and small habits can make a big difference. The shower routine you follow every day may seem harmless, but the wrong temperature, long shower times, and lack of immediate moisturization all quietly weaken your skin's natural defenses. These changes don't happen in one day, but when repeated daily, they strip away essential oils, damage the moisture barrier, deepen wrinkles, and accelerate visible aging. The good news is that improving your skin health doesn't require expensive products or complicated routines. It requires awareness and a few simple adjustments. Using warm water instead of hot helps preserve your skin's natural oils. Keeping showers short protects collagen, which is essential for maintaining firmness. Moisturizing as soon as you step out of the shower seals in hydration and supports the skin's barrier while it's most receptive. These small, consistent habits can transform the way your skin looks and feels, helping it stay softer, smoother, and more youthful. Healthy aging is not about reversing the clock. It's about protecting what your skin still has and giving it the care it deserves. When you treat your skin gently, you support its natural ability to repair, stay resilient, and maintain a healthy glow. These changes may seem simple, but they add up to long-term improvements that you will see and feel every single day. If you commit to these habits, your skin will thank you with better moisture, reduced irritation, and a noticeably younger appearance.